Hey guys, so I'm trying to show you how to get to your Google Classroom. So from any internet browser, I'm using Chrome, you can use Safari or Internet Explorer, whatever you use. You're going to type in www.google.com and then your web page is going to look something like this. Okay, there should be a button over on the right up here where I'm circling where it says sign in. So that's where you're going to click. Now, your student's email, I'm going to use my daughter's for an example. It'll start with the last two digits of whatever their graduation year is, and then the first three letters of their name, and then their entire last name. And then it's at s dot, a lot of people forget the dot, payetteschools.org. If your student is typing this in and it's not working, please check their spelling because they often leave out a T or they put this dot in the wrong spot. So again, it's your student's graduation year, the first three letters of their first name, and then their entire last name, no matter how long it is. And then at s.payatschools.org. And then you're going to click next. All right, their password is their student ID number, or what most students refer to as their lunch number. So my daughter that I'm using for an example is a first grader, and she packs her lunch, so she does not know her lunch number. So I had to go into TylerSys to find it. You could also email your student's teacher, and they can tell you what it is. All right, so this is her lunch number. So it's their lunch number, and then the letters PSD for Payette School District right after it. Okay, so their 6-digit lunch number and then PSD. And then I'm going to click next. And now she is signed in to Google, which is very similar to how it would look if they were assigned it to a Chromebook. You can choose to save this. It'll only save when they get signed in, so it's not like it saves it to Google forever. It just saves it to the computer they're signed in on. So I would decide to save that. And if you do that, you can also turn on the sync. And since it's with the Payette School District, it's going to sync any bookmarks that she has. I'm just going to close that because I already signed in as hers, but it should pull up some bookmarks right here. This top corner is what is most important. So this little menu, it's like a 3x3 grid or a waffle menu, some people call it. If you click on that, this is everything your student needs. It should have an icon that looks like that for their Google Classroom. So let me click on that first. So I created a Google Classroom for my family just for an example, but whatever classrooms they have, they'll be here. You might have ones from previous years. If they're older, they'll have one for each subject, or they'll just have their classes Google Classroom. And then your teacher has probably posted websites for them to go on, different assignments. In the classwork tab, I haven't given my kids any assignments. If you go back to this, they can also access their email, Google Docs, their Drive is where things are saved, slides, sheets. That's probably about all the things that they would need to access. So I hope that this was helpful and you can rewatch it if you're having trouble getting your students signed on to the Google Classroom.